Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. So, I'm just doing kind of a reflection post on the abuse that I've been through with my ex, the father of my children. So, basically, I decided to try and silently leave him in 2017 because he hit my son in the butt so hard it left a red handprint. Um, so, I was trying my own way to get out, and then eventually he had me put on life insurance and tried to have me committed. I had doctors and stuff telling me to stay with my husband even though he had abused me, and I had or abused my children and put me through 10 years of emotional trauma from cheating. And then he used facts after I got out of the hospital to scare me into staying with him, and put it on my mental health, and was attacking me. And so eventually, in 2021, after a whole bunch of moves, I ended up in this co op. Now, I was still with my ex at that point because we were being forced together basically, and through that I had been strangled once in my sleep in 2017, and then in 2020 I'd been strangled in front of my children. In 2020 he also, or 2018, he smacked my middle son so hard in the face that his face hit a wrought iron chair. And then in 2020 he threw my youngest into a toy box because he tried to crawl up on his dad, and his face skinned the side of the toy box, and he had blood and a red mark, and now he has a scar. So anyways, upon the move-in, when I finally was able to get rid of him after being strangled in front of my children, the people in the co-op just attacked me. I had this one Muslim woman who was spitting at me and giving me the finger in front of my kids, and she was telling me I teach my kids bad things. And I'm like, so I had to talk to the co-op office about that because I don't swear and I don't give a finger. I'm a very gentle, kind, caring person. And anyone that knows me from school knows that I never swore. If I let one slip ever, they were like shocked. So, and then after that, they bombarded me with noise complaints because my kids woke up early in the morning and were playing with their toys and they could hear them. And I was like, they're happy. We just went through like 7 years of like domestic violence and trying to get free from it, and they're okay. Like, they're happy. And now I have to tell them they can't play loudly or like can't play with their toys in the morning, because of these neighbors. So they moved me units after the neighbors had me so heavily medicated on prescription meds because of what my ex had done with the hospital that I couldn't think straight. Luckily, that's been fixed up now. And that's why I'm able to see what the neighbors, all the things that the neighbors said to me and did to me. And so after that, they moved me units, hoping the noise complaints would stop, but she continued them and also threatened me and threatened to make my life a living HE double hockey sticks, which she continued to do, from throwing cigarette butts in my yard, stealing balls from my yard. She told me that she never heard me yell at my kids, that I should yell at my kids, and then she would try and record us. She caused a lot of tension in my family home. Then she tried to blame it on me that her kids swore when it was her and her friend across the street. They yell across the street swearing, and they've yelled at me swearing their heads off in a negative way, and threatened to run over my basketball net and all of this in front of my children. So my children grew up seeing this and thinking that it's okay, and that's how most people act. And then they picked up swearing and giving the finger, because for 5 years nobody did anything about all these people swearing at us and attacking us verbally and abusively. And one neighbor told me that I should swear at my children and asked if my kids could suck helium out of balloons. And I see it all now. They wanted to twist the story and turn it around on me and say that I taught my kids these things and that I'm a bad mom. And they wanted to ruin my credibility for my ex, because my ex used to live in this co-op. So, yeah, it hasn't been easy. And then one neighbor dumped beer on my children, and she had the audacity to tell me that my children were bad children when she used to give them the finger all the time and swear around them and stuff like that. So it's not an easy road. I'm not going to tell you it's an easy road to leave domestic violence, especially if they try to murder you or abuse your kids. But when you do get out and you do get to a safe place, I know that life gets better. Unfortunately, what was supposed to be our safe haven in this co-op was not our safe haven. So hopefully we're able to move soon. Yeah, what else have they done? They've done things like tamper with my hot tub when I first got it. They tampered with our garden. They put broken glass all over our patio furniture in the front yard. Yeah, she said she'd make my life a living HE double hockey sticks, and that's definitely what she tried to do. Luckily, I'm a happy person, and other than when my kids have a bad day because they've been alienated here and they have no friends, and it's all because of this group of women in this co-op and what they've done to myself and my children. And they took away our future, and they took away our chance at having friends after abuse and everything else. Also, she let my son into her house one day because she had her daughter ask my son out. And she let him into the house one evening when we were all out front, and she wouldn't let me in the house. And then I find out later that they turned around and were trying to say that my son did stuff to her daughter. And that's on her, because she would not let me in the house. I asked to go in, and I said I have an open door policy and they shouldn't be doing anything. And she looked at me and laughed. So they're highly manipulative, highly vindictive, and the things that they've done to my children and the rumors that they've spilled against us that are all corrupt are just atrocious after a single mom, full-time mom, and her 3 children are trying to get by after abuse. So think twice before you join in. Think twice before you join in rumors and being friends with a person that's like that. Peace, love, and happiness. You got this, baby. Oh, I also wanted to add in that my ex's company, the company that he worked for at the time, also used to do work for the co-op that moved me in here. So I don't know if that connects to anything, but the fact that they used to use his company and then I had all these troubles in here is crazy. And his company, the workers used to drive past me in the vehicle, like pointing and laughing at me, walking the kids to school, and everything. So yeah, peace, love, and happiness. You got this, baby.